Chess Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen recently made his boldest move yet, but it wasn't on the chessboard. He took his principal and his pants straight out of a major tournament. As it turned out, it was checkmate for the sport's governing body, the International Chess Federation fight. Carlsen found himself caught in a fashion check at the World Rapid and Blitz Chess Championships in New York when officials declared his jeans a dress code violation. He was fined $200 and initially accepted the fine, but refused to comply when officials insisted he change his attire mid-match or be disqualified. Not one to fall under pressure, the 34-year-old Norwegian, who has been the world #1 for 13 years, decided to check out of the Rapid Chess Championship. But after losing its top draw, fight quickly scrambled to rewrite its rules, and Carlsen made his grand return for the Blitz Championship a few days later. And that's where we end Caribbean Week in Review. Join us again next week when we recap the stories making headlines across the region. I'm Renee Sion.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Gale, and I'm inviting you to be a part of a journey where we open the Word of God to receive strength, to receive empowerment from the Scriptures as they have been written. Get your Bibles, get your cup of coffee or your tea, because this journey is gonna be great. This is your day of victory.
Vaccines protect those we love the most, our children and our grandchildren. I vaccinated my children to protect them. Getting your child immunized can protect them against diseases like polio, measles, whooping cough, and others. So protect your child today by getting them immunized. My grandchildren are vaccinated. You should do the same. Vaccinate your children and your grandchildren and make sure they are safe.
Vaccines are essential for new and returning students. As you begin back-to-school preparations, ensure that your children's vaccinations are up to date. All vaccines are available at all public health clinics. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The official handover ceremony for Police Commissioner Shanta Knowles. Plus, the use of illegal firearms, a major concern. Hear what police are doing to tackle the problem. And maternity leave extension is quite possible in 2025. We'll explain why.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition start now.
Lead me and guide me, O Lord, in my pledge to remain true to my oath of office and to the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. As one career comes to an end, another is reaching new heights, with the Royal Bahamas Police Force marking a major first. After her pending appointment was announced several weeks ago, today it became official as a woman hailed as more than capable took the helm of the nearly 4,000-strong organization. In accepting her new position, she appealed for public support in the effort to rebuild and restore public confidence in the police force. Cleopatra Murphy has the details in tonight's top story.
It's a moment that will go down in history, that is seeing the glass ceiling within the Royal Bahamas Police Force shattered, as a veteran with more than 3 decades on the police force, Shanta Knowles became the first female commissioner of police during a handover ceremony at police headquarters in the capital Friday. It's a responsibility Knowles accepted with humility, thanking God for guiding her to this day while acknowledging other female first of the force.
I salute each of you for standing shoulder to shoulder with our male counterparts and transcending all areas of policing for us to celebrate this historic occasion. It is indeed an exciting time for female police officers. It took us over 60 years to get here, but I am honored that my experience, training, hard work, and discipline allows us to finally carry the torch across the finish line.
Her elevation comes at a time when intense focus is on the police force over numerous corruption claims, including a scandal involving former CDU Chief Michael Johnson and leaked voice notes suggesting a quid pro quo deal with a murdered man. Also, the indictment of 3 law enforcement officers in a New York court for conspiracy to import cocaine in November. The latter, the straw that broke the camel's back, prompting now former Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando's resignation. Eager to take on her new role, Knowles says the significance of the day is not lost on her, and she hopes to restore public confidence in the agency.
We will weed out the minority of officers who abuse their authority in an unprofessional manner and engage in criminality. Every officer shall be held accountable for their individual action, and we will take firm, fair, and decisive measures where there are grounds for disciplinary and legal recourse.
In handing over the torch, Fernando, who culminated what he says was a fulfilling 42 years on the force, gave his full support to the new Commissioner of Police.
I am exceedingly confident that I am leaving the force and its entire legacy in capable hands. As I welcome Commissioner Shanta Knowles to a new mantle of leadership, I would like to encourage all ranks, civilian staff, and especially the general public to extend her the same courtesy, respect, and support that you give me as she navigates the force into higher heights.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis says Knowles' appointment is about resetting the standards of the police force at a time when public confidence has been shaken, even as he hailed Fernando as a man of integrity. The nation's leader also expressed his confidence in Knowles' leadership, whose appointment he says comes at a critical time.
Commissioner-designate Knowles, your appointment comes at a critical time when the Royal Bahamas Police Force must rise to confront the pressing issues of crime and public safety, while rebuilding the trust of the Bahamian people. From your early days in Roxanne and Lustra, becoming the first female Commissioner of Police in the history of our nation, your journey reflects the power of hard work and the strength of character.
With her appointment, Knowles also becomes the 10th Commissioner of Police. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
In other news, the use of illegal firearms is wreaking havoc in the country, significantly contributing to the murder rate, and they are the weapon of choice during the commission of most crimes nationwide. A law enforcement official is tonight addressing the concern over their use and sharing what police are doing to get a handle on the growing problem. Here again is Cleopatra Murphy with that report.
With 119 murders recorded in the Bahamas in 2024, 7 of them on Grand Bahama, the proliferation of illegal firearms in the country is an increasingly mounting concern for police. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says firearms have been used in approximately 90% of murders in the Bahamas in the past 5 years, while former Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando reported 3,555 illegal firearms and 8,995 rounds of ammunition were recovered in 2023. It's for this reason Police Press Liaison Officer Superintendent Stephen Roll, speaking to Success on Grand Bahama, says police are committed to addressing the problem.
We have confiscated a number of firearms in Grand Bahama District. I'm sure that this year we're looking to take some off the streets because there are more firearms out there on the streets of Grand Bahama and the Bahamas at large. So we can do our part in the north to keep the residents in Grand Bahama more safe.
Up to the end of July, police recovered 32 illegal guns and more than 16,000 ammunition on Grand Bahama, while Fernando reported 115 illegal firearms had been confiscated countrywide up to April. 90 people had been charged in court. Roll says sustained efforts are being made to address the concerning issue.
The Commissioner of Police have initiated a unit, an anti-gang and firearms unit, that really focuses on illegal firearm trafficking. And I say this far that we're doing a tremendous job in that field, and we urge the public who have any information as to where any illegal firearms may be to please contact the police at 911 or 919.
Roll, who also spoke to responsible gun ownership, also addressed what should happen when a legal gun owner dies so as to not add to the proliferation of illegal weapons.
Once a firearm license holder dies, the family member needs to turn that firearm back into the police along with the ammunition on his book. But of course, the firearm license officer, once it is put into our system, she does her regular checks, and once she finds that the person has deceased, she will make our best efforts to go and retrieve that firearm and return it into the police armory to have that matter dealt with expeditiously.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Meantime, the United States Coast Guard has transferred 14 migrants to Bahamian authorities following an interdiction during an illegal maritime migration attempt. According to officials, the operation was carried out by Customs and Border Protection's Air and Marine Operations in collaboration with U.S. Coast Guard crews east of Key Biscayne. However, it remains unclear whether the migrants departed for the United States from the Bahamas. Superintendent of Immigration Bernard Pratt confirmed with the ZNS News that the group included 2 females and 12 males, comprising 4 Chinese nationals, 8 Dominicans, 1 Ecuadorian, and 1 Colombian. The migrants were initially processed at the Department of Immigration headquarters in Grand Bahama. They are expected to be transferred to New Providence, where they will be held at the detention center pending repatriation to their respective countries. Switching gears now, an increase in maternity leave could be on the way as discussions intensify following recommendations from the Breastfeeding Association. Chair of the National Tripartite Council says the issue is under review, with the council hopeful for a favorable final outcome. Could an increase in maternity leave be looming for the country? It's a question we put to the chair of the National Tripartite Council, Sharon Martin. She says it's a discussion that was recently raised at a labor forum and recommendations are being carefully considered.
We're waiting on a draft from the government as we speak. We expect that to be a part of the New Year's plan for the Tripartite Council, where we will get the recommendations back from the Minister of Labor. And that is done, then of course the tripartite body will, council will sit down and take a look at what the recommendations, what came out of the recommendations.
She says the conversation stemmed from recommendations made by the Breastfeeding Association, which highlighted the medical benefits of breastfeeding and the importance of allowing women a certain amount of time off to care for their babies.
It then gave us a good push towards making sure that we took a look at it. And once we did, we realized that the Bahamas was, in fact, even from a legal standpoint, that we were not, I wouldn't say legal, but from an international labor standpoint, we were not in alignment with labor standards.
In country, maternity benefits are typically paid for up to 13 weeks. However, if illnesses arise from confinement that results in further incapacity, the maternity benefit period can be extended by up to 6 weeks, further highlighting expectations of a favorable outcome as discussions ensue. Martin says the labor minister, being a woman and mother, also sees the benefit. She notes, however, that the extent of the increase will be guided by international standards.
The international standards 16 weeks. So we're hoping that between what we currently have and the cap on the 16 weeks will be somewhere in between there.
And as for a consideration for paternity leave, she says that is something that is also part of ongoing discussions.
It's just a matter of us looking at the ideas and the recommendations are certainly made, and also we're also looking at a favorable result for that particular recommendation.
And still to come.
Sections for Junkanoo are nearly sold out. Have you gotten your tickets? Stay tuned for that story and sports highlights when we return.
The holidays are a time to celebrate our connectedness, to strengthen the ties that bind us, that make us, well, family. At Commonwealth Bank, we're your neighbors, your friends, and yes, we're your family, wishing you warm and sincere best wishes for a happy holiday and a prosperous new year from your family at Commonwealth Bank.
Merry Christmas to you.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Leary Calibrations ensures medical equipment performs at its best, delivering quality, accuracy, and precision. Specializing in devices like patient monitors, x-ray machines, and ultrasounds, they provide expert calibration, maintenance, and repairs. Contact them at 803-5974 or info@learycalibrations.com.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the 2025 Grand Bahama Junkanoo Parade, the Pine Yard Rush, powered by Carnival on January 9th on Explorers Way, downtown Freeport. The parade begins at 8 p.m. Purchase your ticket at the Ministry's office at the Regent Center East, opposite RBC Freeport. Call them today at 351-6667.
Grand Bahama, get ready.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, powered by Carnival Cruise Line, presents the 2025 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade, Pine Yard Rush, January 9th at 8 p.m. Downtown Explorers Way, the post office route. All major Junkanoo groups will be competing for first place. Special guest artist appearance, and for the first time in the history of Junkanoo, a cultural DJ clash. So get your tickets, get ready, and get there. It's a Pine Yard Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Excitement is building across Grand Bahama for the 2025 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade. According to officials, tickets for the event are nearly sold out. Now, the Pine Yard Rush promises to bring vibrant energy to the island, with Junkanooers ready to showcase their creativity and cultural pride along the new parade route. Shelia Roll has the details.
We are just 1 week away from the Pine Yard Rush, and the officer in charge of youth, sports and culture on Grand Bahama and the deputy director of sports, Norris Bean, says that ticket sales have been out of the park and residents have been embracing the new change in route and date.
Well, if the ticket sales are any indication, I just got in from a meeting, and there's certain sections of this route that have already been sold out. I think there might be only 1 or 2 skyboxes left. So if that's an indication, the move is being welcomed by the public.
As preparation ramps up for the highly anticipated Junkanoo festivities, the atmosphere is buzzing with excitement. The officer in charge of youth, sports and culture in Grand Bahama, Norris Bean, says the decision to change the parade route was driven entirely by Junkanooers themselves. This new route is expected to enhance the overall experience for participants and spectators alike, adding to the cultural vibrancy of the event.
The route, they were the main agitators, the Junkanooers, the Junkanoo leaders, not the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, were the ones that were pushing for this new route and doing whatever it would take to bring the Junkanoo back to this route.
Bain is urging the public to purchase tickets as soon as possible.
I do want to encourage persons to not wait for the last minute. We're 6 days out. Don't wait for the last minute. Get in, get your tickets. Get to your preferred seatings that are maybe still available. We have 2 offices, one here right across from Royal Bank, next door to the Ultimate South House, and then we have another location at the Raven Mall where you can pick up your tickets.
The Pine Yard Rush is scheduled for January 9th, 2025 at 8 p.m. on Explorers Way. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shelia Roll.
Well, it is time now for your Friday Finance Tip.
Welcome to the Financial Voice 1 Minute Money Moment. True financial peace starts when you choose discipline over desire, investment over impulse, and security over short-term pleasure. The money rules you commit to today shape the life you live tomorrow. Where your focus goes, your power flows. Distractions are expensive. Distractions steal your time, energy, peace, position, and your power. Remember this, you either get the results you choose or the results that are given. Make meaningful money moves with me, Kayleen G. Newton, the Bahamian money maven, as we move from minutes to moments to legacy with our money.
It is now time for our viral clip of the week with Matthew Mardenborough.
Bringing in the new year with the birthday is an affair that's always filled with love and admiration. With this New Year edition of Clip of the Week, we're celebrating the birthday of Arminita Nixon, who turned 95 years old as of yesterday, as she shares words of advice to living a long life.
What could you tell us that we could live and be as awesome and beautiful as you at 95?
Well, all I could tell you, do your best, be yourself, nobody else, stop listening to gossip, and be yourself. And nobody else. Be you.
That's what I wanted to say.
Be you. Be you. Don't be nobody else.
Amen. Love you.
And there you have it, folks, your ZNS Northern Service Clip of the Week. Happy New Year.
Well, it is time now for your Friday check on sports. Shane, what do you have?
Well, the UB Mingos are in town, and they've got a lot of action happening this week. And I know that's one of your favorite teams, right?
Yeah, it is. Go Mingos. All right, thanks, Shane. Sports is up next, but first a check on your local weather forecast.
Weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Clearview Glass and Window extends a heartfelt thank you to all their patrons for their continued support throughout the year and is looking forward to serving you in the future. Wishing you a very happy holiday season and a new year filled with peace, love, and prosperity.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the 2025 Grand Bahama Junkanoo Parade, the Pine Yard Rush, powered by Carnival on January 9th on Explorers Way, downtown Freeport. The parade begins at 8 p.m. Purchase your ticket at the Ministry's office at the Regent Center East, opposite RBC Freeport. Call them today at 351-6667.
This holiday season,
from all of us at ZNS and Grand Bahama, we wish you joy, peace, and love. May your days be merry and bright.
And your hearts filled with holiday cheer. Whether you're near or far. We hope that you are surrounded by those you love.
And memories that last a lifetime.
From our ZNS family to yours.
Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
ZNS, bringing the spirit of the holidays to the Northern Bahamas.
Happy Friday, ladies and gents. I'm Shane Stubbs with your sports update. The UB Mingos basketball team are set, or well, actually they're on the island and are set to play a few exhibition games with some of the GBBA's night league teams. But also this Saturday, players will get the chance to take part in a basketball showcase in hopes of possibly being recruited by the Mingos. Here's GBBA Commissioner Trevor Smith.
From ages 18 to Saturday morning. Also, the UB administrator, the administration office, they'll be at the gym on Friday night and Saturday night with a desk. If anybody have any questions or queries and stuff like that, they can come. And they also be on Saturday morning too.
He adds the Mingos program has grown where they get to travel and compete a whole lot more, and says players shouldn't be so dismissive of the opportunity.
They want to travel through the Bahamas, and also I think they travel to Florida, play 2 American teams and stuff like that. So it's first time they're going to play the GBA team. We're going to try to make it like annual. But they come in for 2 games. I think they want to go to Abaco and Bimini and Nassau as well. So it's a good thing. I mean, you know, it's a good thing that they try to do and better the team.
The Mingos will take on the New Era Gym Rats this evening at 8. They'll also take on the Pizza Hut Lions at 8 on Saturday evening. Night league games also resume with the 8 Mile Rock Legends taking on 242 Elite at 7 p.m. on Friday, and the Dudley Saints going head-to-head with Pelican Bay at 7 p.m. on Saturday. And finally in sports, Heat's athletics are hard at work in the off-season. Here's Coach John Ingram on what they've got coming up and their expectations for the upcoming track season.
We have some kids who are hungry. You know, we got Zion Shepherd, a 400 favorite. You know, he's going to bring out the showing. You know, we got Aaron Barr. You know, she does a distant thing. We have a surprise guest this year. You know, he's bloomed. And the world's going to see something special out of this kid this same year. We're looking ahead to Foster Dorset meet, T-Bird Flyers. I'm going to take the kids there for them to get a little show and to see where they at right now. And then we look forward to going to Texas Tech indoor meet, where I'm going to showcase the athletes so other colleges could pick them up, you know, and they could get full scholarships at any junior college or university.
And that's your check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Shane Stubbs. Your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the 2025 Grand Bahama Junkanoo Parade, the Pine Yard Rush, powered by Carnival on January 9th on Explorers Way, downtown Freeport. The parade begins at 8 p.m. Purchase your ticket at the Ministry's office at the Regent Center East, opposite RBC Freeport. Call them today at 351-6667.
This holiday season,
From all of us at ZNS and Grand Bahama, we wish you joy, peace, and love. May your days be merry and bright.
And your hearts filled with holiday cheer. Whether you're near or far, we hope that you are surrounded by those you love.
And memories that last.
Our ZNS family to yours.
Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
ZNS, bringing the spirit of the holidays to the Northern Bahamas.
Grand Bahama, get ready.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, powered by Carnival Cruise Line, presents the 2025 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade, Pine Yard Rush, January 9th at 8 p.m. downtown Explorers Way, the post office route. All major Junkanoo groups will be competing for first place. Special guest artist appearance, and for the first time in the history of Junkanoo, a cultural DJ clash. So get your tickets, get ready, and get there. It's a Pine Yard Rush. Oh, yeah.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
A special happy birthday going out to former Human Resources Manager at ZNS Northern Service, Laurel Bartlett. That's coming from the team here in the North. We hope you enjoy. And that is going to do it for us here in the North.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Gale, and I'm inviting you to be a part of a journey where we open the Word of God to receive strength from the Scriptures as they have been written. Get your Bibles, get your cup of coffee or your tea, because this journey is gonna be great. This is your day of victory.
This breaking news just in. The Rundown with Clint Watson is heading to Washington, D.C. for Inauguration Day, and you don't want to miss it. Be there as The Rundown brings you all the sights and scenes of the presidential inauguration of number 47, Donald J. Trump. Advertisers, our D.C. promotional packages are competitively priced and now available to place your business on location and in the live show. Enjoy informative stories on D.C. politics, interviews with local politicos, and extraordinary Bahamians living in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia areas. The Rundown will bring it live and direct just for you. Call our ZNS sales department today at 502-3800 and book your package. We're off to Washington, D.C. because soon only the sun will cover the planet better. You know the rest.
Hello, friends. I'm Mario Nuri, inviting you to the next A Familiar Walk as we walk down memory lane with our program over the years. Memories are the key not to the past, but to the future. So join us with former Governor Generals Dame Ivy Dumont, Sir Orville Turnquest, Sir Arthur Foulkes, former Prime Minister Perry Christie, and former Deputy Prime Minister and now Governor General Dame Cynthia Pratt. At every phase of our life, we make memories that we cherish all our lives, and we ask you to join us for a few of ours.
Coming up, these chefs and mixologists produce their creative best for their biggest party yet. This steel band has been making a difference for over 40 years. An island filled with beauty, a vibrant culture, and an iconic natural attraction. Now, where can this be? It's all next on this station.
The United States of America just voted in its 47th president, Donald J. Trump, and we're packing our bags and heading to Washington, D.C. to be there on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2025. The stage is set, and here's your opportunity to be a part of this historic journey when you sign up for one of our affordable advertising packages. Your business will be included in our live on-location news stories in the National Report and Access Now. And that's not all. The Rundown with Clint Watson will also air live from Washington, D.C. Thought we were done? Not yet. Our dynamic social media teams will be in D.C. as well, giving you live, interactive, up-to-the-minute updates as it all unfolds. Don't delay. Call our sales department now at 502-3800 and reserve your exclusive D.C. package. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you all set? Well, let's hop on that flight. You know we always have you covered, because only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Good health goes beyond a fit physical body. Obesity has a negative metabolic impact on insulin resistance, blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglycerides. According to the most recent statistics from World Health Organization, the Bahamas has been ranked fourth. The very first chapter in the book of Genesis notes how basic movement is life. One of the greatest blessings men received when we came to earth was our physical bodies. In collaboration with J Fitness, Ministry of Health and Wellness Move Bahamas, the Ministry of Education Technical and Vocational Wellness Week, and of course, yours truly, downtown Natasha Brown. Join us January 18th as we jumpstart 2025, bringing our mind, body, and spirit into balance. Remember, the secret of our health lies in our daily routine and what we put in our mouth. Get ready for Move Bahamas. See ya.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No. Let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs. Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do, ZNS Digital is home to the sunshine room.
News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the first female commissioner of police sworn in this afternoon during a changing of the guard ceremony. Also, one Junkanoo veteran weighing in on the integration of Junkanoo into the curriculum. Plus, the count of justices grew as 2 attorneys were elevated to the bench in a swearing-in ceremony. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, starts now. Good evening and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Jimenita Swain. In an historic moment for the Bahamas, a first female commissioner has been sworn in as the Commissioner of Police. This moment marking a significant milestone for the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the country as a whole, ushering a new era of leadership at a critical time on the force. Well, Commissioner Knowles revealing she has plans to make a shift within the force, to ensure a place where officers can continually learn and train in critical areas of law enforcement. Knowles says the plan is to introduce a new scholarship fund that officers can have access to.
I am pleased to announce the Shanta Knowles Scholarship Fund that will be available to all officers desirous of continuing their education in disciplines of law enforcement service. And I am pleased to announce that that fund has already received funding.
Areas of span a plethora of topics that will further push the Royal Bahamas Police Force into 21st century policing, the newly minted commissioner touted.
Review our training modules and transition the force into a learning organization where constant training opportunities are provided in disciplines of leadership, management, oral and public communication, professional etiquette, technology, criminal intelligence, criminal investigation, crime analysis, and best police practices. This direction will ensure that your police force remain on the cutting edge of the ever-changing crime landscape.
Well, again, an historic moment for the Royal Bahamas Police Force appointing its first female commissioner. Our Devontae Hanna was on the scene today and has this top story.
Tonight, a groundbreaking moment in Bahamian history as Shanta Knowles becomes the first female commissioner of police in the Bahamas.
There is a lot at stake. We have a country to protect and an organization to mend.
The Luther native's appointment also makes her the 10th commissioner in an independent Bahamas. And as she took the oath of office, Knowles made history, not only breaking a gender barrier that has long stood in the force, but also stepping into a role of immense responsibility, which Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis believes she is prepared for.
The road ahead will not be easy, but I'm confident that you are ready for it. The nation believes in you. I know you will inspire your team to deliver on the promise of a safer, stronger Bahamas.
And with the great accomplishment achieved here by Commissioner Knowles comes the great challenges now facing the Royal Bahamas Police Force, which she says she has no problems addressing.
Within the first 90 days of my official duties as commissioner, I will direct that all police officers and police reserves at every level will complete mandatory training sessions centered on ethics, code of conduct, justifiable force and harm, and the abuse of power.
Knowles says she's not stopping there, pledging to restore the confidence of the Bahamian people in the police force.
Every officer shall be held accountable for their individual action, and we will take firm, fair, and decisive measures where there are grounds for disciplinary and legal recourse. We are a nation of laws, and none of us are above the law.
Knowles take the reins from Commissioner Clayton Fernanda, who boasts of 40 years on the police force, to as the top cop with many challenges, including an 8% increase in homicides just last year alone and heavy scrutiny surrounding corruption allegations.
Inside the Met office, with my head held high. My integrity intact. I shall keep the Lord even closer.
Leading by example, Commissioner Knowles leaving women on the force this piece of advice.
To you, dig deeper, work harder, and go the extra mile, because the impossible is now possible.
Knowles now becomes only the third woman in the region to ascend to the position of Commissioner of Police. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
It's an historic achievement for the Royal Bahamas Police Force appointing its first female commissioner, but is it enough to restore public confidence in the force?
For the first Bahamian females to train for the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And now, 60 years later, a woman takes the helm of this organization as the commissioner. We took to the streets of New Providence today to get some feedback from the public.
I pray that she stands for justice. I pray that she stand against all odds. And I know it's not going to be easy to stand, because for a woman, it wasn't easy for us to get in there first. But I want her to stand no matter the pressure, and know that we are praying for her.
I'm very happy. I'm happy for Commissioner Knowles. I think she has come up through the ranks. She has proved her worth and her mettle, and I think she'd be good for the force.
I know that they say men are the future leaders, but they leave the women out sometimes, and women help them to become the future leaders.
She's an excellent candidate for the job, because she has all the accolades in the crime one, and me personally, she's a woman of integrity.
I feel awesome. Give thanks to God first, because who God appointed is well appointed, and I'm very happy and very proud of a lady being the first woman commissioner of police.
And while some are celebrating this advancement of women in leadership in the Bahamas, others say her gender doesn't matter. It's all about her ability to steer this ship and chart a new course for the police force.
I believe it's a step in the right direction, but I think more important than the gender of the COP is the quality, you know. The public wants a leader in the police force that has integrity, good character, who's honest, and who's going to really protect the Bahamian people.
One will have to lead by example and hope that it gravitate towards the rest of the officers. And I am sure that she will do a good job at doing that.
What do you want to be when you grow up? A police officer. A woman that's a commissioner is still good. The police is good. They help people when they in problems.
And now, with the appointment of Commissioner Shanta Knowles, the Royal Bahamas Police Force enters a new era in leadership and national security. From Police Headquarters for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Coming up, 2 justices sworn in at a ceremony at Government House. That story after the break. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More news in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Catch the holidays with festive buckets starting at just $20. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
With BGC's crystal clear mobile service, stay connected seamlessly, whether on land or at sea. Our reliable postpaid plans keep your loved ones closer, no matter where life takes you.
Brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
You're looking at a shot of the old Paradise Island Bridge. In the foreground, the Portishead Dock, and in the background, Paradise Island. A drone shot courtesy of pilot Neville Smith. Well, some might wonder why it's just happening, but finally, Junkanoo is being integrated into public school curricula with the Ministry of Education's big launch set for later this month. Our Danielle spoke to a staple Bahamian Junkanoo figure, an over 5-decade educator beyond passionate about the craft. To find out her take, here is our Danielle Dean.
Junkanoo in the schools. Mother of Junkanoo, Arlene Nash Ferguson, said it's been a long time coming, but it's imperative that this important cultural component is infused into school curriculums.
I am delighted that it is happening. I have no details, and so I am unable to speak definitively about it. But I will say this: Junkanoo, as important as it is to us as a people, is only one aspect of our culture. And we need to introduce our culture, period. We are welcoming upwards of 10 million people to our country every year. And there are less than 500,000 of us. We are beset on all sides by foreign cultures.
Though the Educulture Museum's foundation is Junkanoo, when visitors come, especially Bahamian students, they hopefully will gain an appreciation for other Bahamian traditions as well. For example, their parents' and grandparents' use of slop buckets in place of toilet seats, and the fact that there was no such luxury as washing machines back then, just scrubbing boards. Nash Ferguson remembers the days when Junkanoo was not so much about competition, but about togetherness and celebrating culture.
Junkanoo is defiance. Junkanoo is an assertion of self. Junkanoo is a manifestation of our strength and our power as a people. So we have reduced it to a parade and a competition. That is one of my greatest laments. Junkanoo on this side of the Atlantic translated into resistance to slavery. It was proud Africans recreating their festivals and ceremonies in defiance of a system that had defined them as animals. I cannot be an animal because I had rituals and ceremonies. I am somebody, and I will remind, if only myself, of that by recreating my festivals from home, and I will do it under cover of night.
The Junkanoo Cross Curricula Integration launch is set for the 9th of January at the Ivy Dumont Building on University Drive. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
And the Junkanoo figures chiming in. Chris Justilian says the Junkanoo is more than just a parade. It's a part of the soul of the Bahamian culture. The leader of the Colors Junkanoo group emphasized the broader impact this could have on national pride and the goal to preserve this celebrated tradition and deepen students' appreciation for Bahamian heritage.
We have groups coming, we have students and young people coming from senior groups that never pasted before. How did that happen?
That's the growing debate that so many Bahamians and Junkanooers are asking, many of them pushing for Junkanoo to be taught as a part of the school's curriculum. Justilian expressed that young Bahamians need to be guided and taught Bahamian culture from a young age.
It is important because the brain is a sponge, especially at the early age. There's no limit that you can set for a young mind. if you take them and you mold them and you show them a way, they don't have any prejudices.
In other news, the Ministry of Education shining the spotlight on some academic superstars who are now pursuing their educational pursuits at universities abroad. Cobra Pyfrom reports on today's special recognition ceremony.
For the more than 140 scholarship recipients of the Public School Scholars Program and their families, the Village, as education officials often refer to them, a moment worth capturing. Faces beaming bright with smiles at a special recognition ceremony for the 2023-2024 recipients Friday at the National Art Gallery. The program is intended to promote readiness, equity, and access in the public school system. Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin on hand to not only recognize these students and their families, but also the public school system.
You are evidence that our public schools produce students of quality. And I have said from day one since I took this post, we want our public schools to be the schools of choice. And we're working hard, we're doing a lot, and we're seeing it,
Through this program, these students, many of them from Family Island schools and studying at universities abroad, receive up to $15,000 annually for a maximum of 4 years. Chair of the Scholarship Advisory Committee, Robin Lyons, and keynote speaker, Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Keishan Bastian, reminded the scholars that they have a duty to their country and encouraged them to help with building it.
You're not alone. All of us, our minister, those persons within our education system, our teachers, our guidance counselors, all of us are rooting for you. And the Bahamas could use you even the more. So in all you're getting, get your wisdom and come back home. Spend some time with us here and build capacity here first.
It is a proud moment for these recipients and their families, but also for the Public School Scholar Program, now into its 10th year and able to boast of hundreds of recipients who've gone on to successful careers as educators, pharmacists, biologists, computer techs, doctors, and so much more. For the Bahamas Tonight.
Well, speaking about recognition, Thursday at Government House, 2 distinguished attorneys were formally sworn in as justices of the Supreme Court by the Governor General, Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Cynthia Pratt. Leif Gunnar Farquharson Casey and Dale Francis Fitzpatrick were added to the Judiciary, which now includes over 18 justices actively presiding across various jurisdictions. Both have distinguished themselves through decades of dedicated service in criminal and constitutional law. Members of the judiciary, government officials, and family members witnessed a solemn occasion celebrating the appointments as a testament to the strength of the Bahamian legal heritage. The appointments come amidst ongoing efforts to improve the judicial efficiency and maintain the timely delivery of justice, as in the past 2 years alone, 6 justices have been appointed for the people of the Bahamas. These appointments symbolize progress towards a more responsive legal structure. Well, Patik Roll could have chosen to become an attorney in the Bahamas. Instead, she had a goal from high school. Today, she's living out a dream as a licensed attorney in the state of Florida in the United States. Felicity Darrell finds out more from this bright young mind.
We are here in studio with attorney Patikwa Roll, who has an amazing journey that has culminated thus far in her receiving with issues with legal issues with Bahamians for some time.
Yes, correct. I've been a paralegal since 2021, so I've always been trying to help since then.
Now, where did this all begin? Did you set out with a goal to help Bahamians?
So my main goal from the very beginning was to be that voice for the Bahamas in Florida. I wanted to be like that Bahamian lawyer that's in Florida.
But how did you get exposed to the information to know that, it's a goal that you'd like to have?
Well, like I said, since high school, that has always been a goal for me. Speech competitions, debates, and just helping people. I'm always in something, and anybody can tell you since high school, I've always been like out there, like in something, trying to like help others and solve problems. So it grew on me, and that was the goal. I set out with in 2015 when I left here to start my undergraduate career.
How did you manage, in school for so long? Because that's a long track. You went all the way to doctorate. That's quite an achievement.
Well, in Florida, you need that Juris Doctorate in order to be an attorney, but you don't need a master's. But I still decided that that's what I wanted to do because I still wanted to have some type of background in government work because I got my master's in public administration. It was a journey, 9 years.
So let the people know who your people is now, your role. Give us the background.
I'm the child of Anthony Cobbs Roll, and Patrice Davis Roll. So they are my pillars, and they're why I'm here today.
She says that she will be the voice for Bahamians and ensuring that all of their legal issues are met. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Stay with us on The Beat is after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Escape to paradise with Bahamas Air. Explore the beauty of our crystal clear waters. Kick back, relax in our tropical haven with Bahamas Air. Take off from Orlando, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, or Miami, Florida. And come to the Bahama Islands. Fly from these U.S. destinations to Nassau, Bahamas, and conveniently connect via the gateway to our family islands. Freeport Grand Bahama, Abaco, Eleuthera, Long Island, Georgetown, Exuma, San Salvador, Crooked Island, Acklins, Mayaguana, and Inagua are waiting for you at the click of a button. Discover the magic of the people of the Bahamas, its vibrant culture, turquoise waters, and sandy beaches. Paradise awaits. Book your tickets now and make your journey our journey at Bahamas Air. Nobody knows the Bahamas better than us because we don't just fly here, we live here.
At Shell, we say refresh, refuel, rejoice. This Christmas, every $20 fuel up earns you a ticket to over $25,000 in joyful giveaways. Refresh your holiday mood with lavish hotel vouchers, exclusive spa treatments, and high-end shopping vouchers. Fuel up and submit your receipt by WhatsApp to 422-0271 for a chance to win with Shell. Drive to Shell. Fuel up and enter to win your share of $25,000 in giveaways for a December to remember. Terms and conditions apply.
Paula, Dawn, and Desmond join us live to give us a sneak peek of Access Now. Guys, what's coming up?
Jiminy, the Junkanoo fever seems to still be in the air. We understand that the Colors Junkanoo group are now the Boxing Day, but the unofficial winners of the Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade. Desmond, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, and they're reclaiming their crown.
Yes. Jiminy, there you have it.
Good stuff. Stay with us. The National Report is back after the break.
$10 deal. Available only at Marco's Southwest, Prince Charles Village Road, and Robinson Road. Fine. Let me see what this about. I'll take 20 of those, please. Wait. You good? Yeah, bro. Marcos, get this new deal. Get yourself a large one-topping pizza for only $10. $10? Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, I need 30 of them $10 carry-out pizza deal, please.
Bandit Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also get people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Popeyes around the world. Some have camped out for hours just to try our delicious chicken. This guy stocked up on 300 crunchy, juicy chicken sandwiches, just in case. And these lovebirds celebrated their wedding with the Popeyes cake. For real. We get it, y'all chicken lovers. Because we're just as crazy to marinate our chicken for 12 hours and make every piece by hand. That crazy love, we love.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Pipe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Well, that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.